So is Billie Eilish coming to the MCU? Normally this would be one of those things I would just completely discount, but given some recent success in front of the camera, as well as a high exposure of the artist, well, this could actually be happening, and begs the question, who would she play? Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the report, whether it might be true or not, where it comes from, and where she could land inside the MCU. Well, to be completely fair, I think Billie Eilish probably needs no introduction. She has a massive following, and it seems as of right now she's one of the world's biggest recording artists. Now, she has garnered quite a bit of success in the last couple of years, picking up Grammys and Academy Awards. She won twice for No Time to Die in 2022, and won for Barbie earlier this year. Now, this normally wouldn't qualify anybody to just join the MCU, and not really the kind of cameos Marvel typically does. But earlier this year, she actually kicked off her acting career as a cult leader in an episode of Amazon Prime's Swarm, which did garner a lot of praise for a rather unsettling performance. Now, the artist recently sat down with Variety expressing a lot of enthusiasm about entering the acting field, talking about how her management tried to tell her to pass on the whole thing, and even calling it one of her dreams, which suggested to a lot of people she is eyeing a future in front of the camera. And this is where the most recent reports from Daniel Richtman come in. Now, to be fair, like we always say, this isn't from Kevin Feige or Marvel Studios, so we want to take it with a grain of salt, but Richtman has a great track record, doesn't hide behind anonymity, and tends to play it straight with his scoops, and given her recent interaction with Marvel Studios, this might actually turn out to be true. Now, according to Richtman, Marvel Studios is currently interested in signing her for a, quote, big MCU role, although he doesn't go on to disclose what that role is or where she could show up. Now, she was part of MCU recently when her song You Should See Me in the Crown was used in an episode of Agatha All Along, and that definitely could have contributed to any kind of decision making behind the scenes on having her join the MCU. Now, quite honestly, whenever you hear celebrities from other areas kind of joining the MCU or any project, I usually come at it with a bit of skepticism. Remember, we heard over and over again that Taylor Swift was part of Deadpool. Actually, that's not the first time that rumor has made the rounds with her being an MCU character. So when these types of rumors, or this specific set of rumors, kind of start making the rounds, I want to be super careful. Just because a person can sing doesn't mean they can act. But I did see her on Swarm, and her performance was pretty good, and for a first time out, it felt kind of amazing. Now, does this mean this is happening at Marvel? It's way too soon to tell. But Marvel is always looking for some of these big names, and she is the kind of celebrity that could put butts in seats. But as for a big role, I honestly don't think Marvel Studios would consider a person with one acting role, despite any other fame, to take up any kind of pivotal role within the MCU. I mean, probably the biggest casting we've had in the last couple of years is Aubrey Plaza picking up the role of Death. And she's a well-established actress going back over a decade with a lot of experience under her belt and knows how to carry and handle that kind of role. I am really curious though on what you guys think and if you would even want Billie Eilish in the MCU, and if you did, what role would you like to see her play? I'm not gonna lie, kind of old for her music, but anytime pop stars connect with a huge audience, they're doing something right, and if Marvel can monetize that, it definitely would be good for them. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.